Hey and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dazzling Dave and this is your match preview for our team Wolverhampton Wanderers against non-league Chorley in the FA Cup 4th round. So this fixture is absolutely synonymous as probably the worst day, the darkest period in Wolves history. 24th of November 1986, FA Cup humiliation and losing 3-0 away at Chorley after this is the second replay actually. Chorley won the toss for the for the second replay. They went to have it held at Burnden Park, Bolton's ground, and they absolutely walloped Wolves 3-0. Wolves, who'd been on continual decline for a few years, 3 successive relegations. Graham Turner had just taken over several weeks previously. That very week, Wolves had just bought 2 unknown Albion reserves, Andy Thompson and Steve Bull, who went to watch the ground and the game, and apparently were thinking, "What have we done?" And Wolves went out of the cup. It was all in the national press and in the local headlines. Basically, pretty much most of the national press were calling and saying this is the death knell of Wolverhampton Wanderers. There was images of a wolf in a coffin on some papers, that Wolves would fall out into and just disappear. Bearing in mind, Wolves of the 50s, they were a great name, and it was obviously for Chorley when they drew Wolves at the time, even though we were in the lower division, and at that time perilously close to at one point going out of business, and then obviously nearly going out of the league completely. It's one of the greatest days in their history, and quite rightly so. And ever since that day, that dark day in '86, it's always been talked about. So with Chorley having this fantastic cup run this year, they've knocked out Wigan, they've knocked out Peterborough, they've knocked out Derby, albeit that they played their under-23s. And I thought the opportunity would gone when they got to the 3rd round. I thought, can we draw Chorley? And then when we did draw Chorley, you know, and did my watch along, and I went almost like scoring a goal. It's kind of like this demon, this dark time from 36 years ago almost, a chance for redemption, a chance to put the record right. Wolves since then obviously have gone through lots, and obviously the last couple of years have been phenomenal under Nuno, and doing successive 7th place finishes in the Premier League. The recent form, the last 2 months or so, has been not great. We've had injuries. We recently just lost to our arch rivals, local rivals, West Bromwich Albion again at the weekend. It's the hardest time of Nuno's era, and this, you know, it's got to go and try and you know, put this record right. Goodness knows what will happen if we lost to Chorley again. But I'm feeling fairly chilled out about it, fairly confident, and I'm going to talk about the team first of all. But the one thing that's quite interesting, in the manager of Chorley in 1986, Ken Wright, he's now the chairman of Chorley as well, and they've got pictures apparently in the boardroom of that famous night. Interesting stats that I've done. I did a poll on the Always Wolves Twitter page about how many changes Nuno should take, and as you can see, the 1 to 3 changes is the one that comes up most. So basically, Wolves fans want him to go as strong as possible. The season's like in the balance in a way in the league, you know. Hopefully we'll turn the corner on that. We need to sooner rather than later, but we're still fairly safe. I think most Wolves fans realise that this season, you know, there's probably not going to be a 7th place finish, but we can finish mid-table and have a fantastic cup run, and who knows, see how far we can go. We know we've got a home tie in the next round against what is probably going to be Premier League opposition, but you've got to get past Chorley. So what's he going to do in terms of the team? Well, how many changes is he going to make? I hope that he goes as strong as possible, within reason. We do have a match coming up against Chelsea a few days later, which is obviously an important game. And actually, the game against Chelsea where we won, and then since then we've had this bad run, so I'm hoping that it would put an end to it. Playing Chelsea at the end of this run would be kind of cool, but we'll talk about that another time. So we know pretty much for certain Ruddy's going to play. So what's he going to play at the back? Is he going to go back to a back three? I mean, if Chorley have looked at this, the one thing that they're not going to match us on quality, obviously. The pitch is going to be like playing on a park pitch, an advanced park pitch. So they're going to be looking at our weaknesses, which is in the air. So for me, I hope he brings Kilman back in. Cody should start, and then Bolly, hopefully he will start. So hopefully we'll have that strong back three. Hoover, I would anticipate, will come in on the one side of it, and then on the other side it'll probably be Norrie. In the middle of the park, you've got to have someone with experience in there. So it's either going to be Neves or Martini. I think it's, Neves would probably be the ideal one. And then alongside Neves, would he bring Donko, or would he play Atasawi? If he's fit now, he's quite a strong lad. And maybe a Saiz. And then up front, interestingly, I think he'll go with Catroni on this one, and then one of, Neto or Traore, you would think. Or, there's some opportunities he could bring in an under-23, and maybe goes with Catroni and Fabio. I don't know. I think Catroni would be made for this one. And obviously, you can make up to 5 substitutes on the bench, so hopefully we've got the firepower on the bench as well, and the quality in midfield. But I hope he doesn't make 6, 7, 8 changes. I hope it's like 1, 2, 3 or 4 changes, and we just get the job done. Chorley are going to come out like fantastically, like it's war at the start of the game, and they're going to throw everything. But like, we should have superior fitness, superior quality, and that should go through. If we underestimate them, you're going to be on a banana skin. I really don't think this will happen, but I'll come on to my score prediction in a bit. Before I go any further along, I spoke to my dad about it. This is what he's got to say. Hey Dad, how are you today?
I'm fine, David, fine. How are you?
I'm good, Dad. Every time I ring you up to talk to you about a game, you've got a new cuddly toy. Honestly, you're like a little teenager. Who's that now you've got with you?
I've got Ted.
Where's the others? Where are they all in the vets? Is Ted the only one? Is Ted the only one that'll come out because of the Albion results?
Say that again.
I said, is Ted the only one that'll show up for an interview because of the Albion results?
He's the only one who'll show his face.
All right, Dad.
Well, we couldn't. What's his name? Oh, I'm missing.
Okay, Dad. So anyway, we're going to talk about the Chorley game, but a few days on from the Albion defeat. How are you feeling about that?
Well, I'm doing all right. They'll win, no problem.
Dad, I asked you about how you feel. You're deaf, aren't you, Dad? If people are listening, Dad's deaf. You don't hear half the stuff. I said, how are you feeling after the Albion result now, Dad?
It's just one of them things, ain't it? Just one of them things, ain't it?
Okay, Dad.
That's
life, yeah. And looking ahead to the game against Chorley, 36 years since they got knocked out to Chorley in the FA Cup. Wolves' lowest point in their history. The stars have aligned. We're playing them again away.
Yeah, I remember that well.
I think all Wolves fans remember that well, Dad. It's like one of them scars as a Wolves fan, which hopefully we can heal. But have you got any thoughts ahead of the game about the Chorley match?
Yeah, they'll do all right. They'll win.
So what's your score prediction, Dad?
2-0.
2-0. And Ted agrees with you, does he?
Oh, Ted agrees with me, don't you, mate? Hey? Hello? What do you say? He says, yeah, 2-0.
You're mad, you are. Who's going to score the goals this one, Dad? Who's going to score the goals?
Pedro Neto.
Well done, Dad. I'm impressed. You got that right.
I'm getting good, are
You are, Dad.
And I think Cody.
Cody.
Yeah.
Mind you, he does go up for corners.
To him, Cody, yeah.
Do you think Nuno will make many changes, Dad?
I've got a big glass to drop it up.
You're deaf as well as not being able to see. That would be funny. Do you think Nuno will make many changes for the game? Do you think Nuno will make many changes for the game, Dad?
No, well, I don't know, David. I don't know. I think he'll keep the same team myself.
Okay. Well, I think I think he will. Hopefully, he'll go strong. He can't afford to lose the game. I think there will be some changes, which I've talked about in the video. But you're going for 2-0, keeping a clean sheet, and winning the game 2-0. You don't think we'll score more against Chorley?
Yeah, 2-0. Yeah.
You just...
I can't catch it. I don't catch what you say, David. I'm a little bit deaf. I'm sorry.
We know that, Dad. We know that, Dad. And I think Ted's gone to sleep on your shoulder. I said, I think Ted has...
Pedro Neto and Cody, yeah.
Okay, Dad. I love you lots, Dad.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Yeah, you're gonna sing it.
Stay safe and look after yourselves.
Do you want to sing the song, Dad?
Always look on the bright side of life.
Do-do, 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 do-do. I love it. All right, Dad. Love you lots. So thanks once again to my dad, and this time he's brought someone called Ted with him. He keeps bringing these things out, I think, to make you laugh, and I apologise he's a little bit deaf. So I'm going to look at my score prediction for this one. And I hope you can join the watch along and then obviously join me and Amy on the post-match show. And if you want to get involved with the post-match show, message our Facebook page in the link below and we'll get you on live on air with me and Amy after the game. So in terms of the score prediction, I'm going to be fairly confident with this. I'm going to say we're going to keep a clean sheet. We're going to have majority of the possession and we're going to win the game 4-0. That's my prediction, and then we can say we beat Chorley 4-3 on aggregate, can't we? So that's my prediction. What are your thoughts? Are you a bit nervous? I'm chilled out about it. I feel confident. I really don't think that we're going to take it lightly. Chorley, with respect to them, fair play. You know, they've had a fantastic run so far, and they will still have this hope of a glory hunt, and it's going to be live on BT Sport as well. So, interestingly enough, but yeah, I'm going for a 4-0 to Wolves. Leave your thoughts below and hopefully join us on the live stream and on the watch along. The links will be at the end of this video. Until the next one, I'm Dazzling Dave. Always Wolves.